remember those days. Let's just all think back to context lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days.
No late nights walking through the hood, that's right, by the Shelley Street woods. And we roll the whips down the streets like we have somewhere to creep. And we keep the light off real sleep, pop start to 5 speeds, then keep to our streak, rolling straight down Shelley Street. Lose the creep mode status, have at it, that's us. In 99 we were kicking it all the time, getting into the bad stuff. Commit crimes, crime in court section twice for the Christmas lights. But we still kept it nice, it's like some time has passed, and some things have changed. But am I still really the same? I don't know. My ego's flattened, my ego's flattened. Just what happened? Just what happened to the good old kind of memory of times that we all call mine? What happened? What happened? We've been so drunk, we've been so high. Sometimes I don't know why, who, when, where, or what we decide. But it's right, I know, 'cause we said so. And it stays, at least for the night. We're gonna remember those days. We're going to remember those days. Remember those days, let's just all think back to contact lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days. Look back on a long past day, try to think of anyone who would not say that things were better back then. Things belong that way. Look back to a lifetime ago, try to remember all the people we know that got us here from way back then, and that we forgot about or that we let go. Look back at years more than a few, try to remember all the people we knew that have come and gone and come from back then, that were never really part of our crew. Looking back, so many memories lost, it's hard to fathom, but even harder to imagine that we had them. Looking back that far, memories lost just seem to be the cost we pay to be who we are today. Today, it's who we are, so here we are today. Remember those days, let's just all think back to contacts lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days. Remember those days, let's just all think back to contacts lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days. Remember those days, let's just all think back to contacts lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days. Remember those days, just all think back to contacts lost along our separate ways. It pays to keep track of hell knows and okays, just for the fact we can't go back to those days.